Sophia here for my great challenge. Welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of my kitchen cabinet makeover. And today's the day I am finishing the cabinets and putting the handles on. I'm super excited. It won't take long, so it should be a short video. What I plan on doing is putting some Rejuvenate on the cabinets. Why? Well, because it's going to bring a little bit more of a shine. And also because if you look at a particular angle on the cabinets, you can see some of the streaks from the polyurethane because, you know, not a pro. This is a DIY. So I want to make sure I even out everything, even though it's really not bothering me, but I'm trying to do a good job. And once I'm done with that, I will install the handles. And for some of them, I have to use the drill because if you remember, my drawers had buttons or knobs, and instead I'm putting actual library handles on them, and those have 2 holes, so I have to measure exactly where that needs to go. They are 3-inch handles, so that should not be too complicated, and that's about it. So for the Rejuvenate, I bought this Home Pro Quickie. This is a super fine microfiber polishing type cloth. And the reason why I'm using that, it's because it's lint-free and it's also not leaving any kind of streaks up. Hopefully, no streaks. So I'm using the wood floor restorer, which they also have a cabinet one. They didn't have it at the store. They're the same. They're the same. So you got to shake it very well. It comes out as a milky thing. I always talk about Rejuvenate, that and Restore Finish. They are wonderful ways to bringing back life to your wood, whether it is a dining table or a small piece of furniture, your floor or your kitchen cabinet. Now, you always have to have clean cabinets if you're going to do that. Don't do that over grease because you're sealing the grease into the cabinet. But mine obviously were degreased and re-glossed, so they are super clean right now. And that's about it. So let's get started. So I'm not sure you're going to be able to see a difference from this angle, but here goes. And Rejuvenate doesn't have a very pleasant smell. It smells plasticky, to be honest, but it's not offensive. Fold this in 4, and you just saturate your cloth with it. And here we go. All right, so what I want to do is just work in a way where I'm avoiding creating streaks. And by the way, it dries really fast. It's phenomenal on floors. It really is. Okay, now if you want to, you can put more than 1 coat, but you gotta let it dry. Beautiful. I wish I could give you a close-up. Maybe I'll do that when I get to the bottom cabinet. Yeah, I'll do a second coat. Oh, this looks great. So what it does is that it really removes the streaks, you know, the different direction of the rag that I had with the polyurethane yesterday. It just evens out everything. And by the way, it dries as a satin. It doesn't dry as a super gloss, just letting you know. Right, okay, so I'm going to show you what the cabinets look like after 2 coats of Rejuvenate, and you can see that it removes all of the streaking from the polyurethane. And I don't want to blind you, but you see how it's nice and even now? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Now, those areas here, I did the best I could to cover them, but again, once you have the handle on it, it won't show. I mean, it's still going to be there, but it won't show as much because the handle will hide it. So I think it's doing pretty good, actually. And on this side, you get to see with the daylight and some electric. So yeah, get that. I'd say I did a pretty good job. Yes, I did. I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. But we still have those areas where the handles were, you know, where there was damage from the handle. But again, it won't show as much. I think it looks pretty cool. And then on this side here, looks really, oh yeah, oh, they're back. I put the closet door back, or the cupboard doors back. So yeah, it's looking really, really good. Okay, let's put on some handles. All right, handles. We bought packs of handles that were, I think there's 6 per pack. Yeah, Liberty Project Pack. We bought 4 packs. I need 25. I'm missing one, and they were out of the spare ones, you know, the one you can buy in singles. So it's gonna go, the missing one's gonna be above the fridge for now, and then we'll go and buy the missing one at some point. They give you the screws and everything, and these are the handles that are going to go on bottom and top. And there's nothing to it. We had to measure to make sure we had the right one. I'll try to not scratch too much here. There we go. All right, so I got one in. Yes. Yeah, I know this. It shows red. I know. It's all right. Nobody's dying. I think I'm in. Yep, I am. Am I? I don't know. No, I'm not. No, I am. There we go. All right, make sure it's tight. Okay, here we go. 1. Now, again, the reason why I picked those is because when you grab them, there is space between your finger. You are not touching the wood. So this ugly part that's reddish and obviously shows repair is not going to get damaged. And they work great. So we'll keep going. The only ones that I had to drill holes for is for the drawers. Those require 2 holes, and since I had knobs, it was only 1 hole. Put that right here. It's going to be a completely different look in this kitchen. And 1 more. Wow. Yay! All right, so I am ready to install these, the library handles, right here. Okay, I already measured and used a sticky for which I punched holes. And all I gotta do is center that All right, so if I put it here, because it's got to be level too, all right? If I put the holes here, I feel like this is too low. So obviously I got to move it up, and I got to figure out where I want to move it up. This. So each one is going to be moved. All right. So this is what I'm doing. I have the holes where I need to mark for the screws, and this is the height above the original hole. So go this way, and I gotta center it as well. Yeah, that's good. They don't come with a template. I wish they did. So this is gonna go this way. All right. So mark my hole right here and over here. Now the thing is that because it's a drawer, there's an additional part right here. So I need to get long screws. The screws that come with these are too short. It is what it is. All right. Let's do 2 holes. All right, first things first, I want to make sure the screw does fit. If it doesn't, I need a bigger bit. Yeah, it looks like I need a bigger and longer bit to get through, so. That should do it. Okay. Yeah, that's fitting. I'm done, and I have to be honest, this actually took much longer than expected because I had a hard time getting the screws in, and the screws they gave you in the packet, they give you 2 sizes. They give you a small size and a long size, where the long one wasn't fitting, so I had to play musical screws with some of the screws that I had downstairs, but I have 2 drawers, the 2 on the side of the stove, that I could not put the library handles on because I am missing 4 screws. So I have to go to the store and get those screws. But it's been drilled in. It's ready to go. We really like it. Scott, you like it?
I like it.
He likes it. It looks like a totally different kitchen. It's a totally different look. I really, really do like it. So yeah, the cabinets, you know, I mean, you can see here and there that they were restained. Pfft, don't care about that. But it looks really cool. So I'm going to give you a view on this side because I'm not done with the other side. Like I said, I'm missing the 2 handles. But it's done. Another project completed. Well, almost. I got to go to the store and get 4 screws, but it's completed. And here goes. Here's this side of the kitchen with the new handles and the new glaze. So what do you guys think? I think it looks really, really cool. I really like this area right here. Those library handles are everything. They bring such a cool character to the kitchen. I could have put a knob here, but I prefer to have this particular handle. Everything looks really, really cool. Really, really cool. And just like Scott mentioned, you can barely see the contrast and the difference in color in this area there because the handle kind of hides it. So when you walk into the kitchen, this is what you see, and we like it very much. What a difference. So I'm going to leave you at that. It's a little bit late for the in the day right now. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. Scott and I are going to have lunch. Edward is at work. Willie already ate his lunch and discovered guacamole, actually, which he said was okay. So we're making progress in that area. I'm going to have my lunch. I'm going to go get those 4 missing screws because I want this done and put to rest today. I don't want to have to prolong. And then after that, I'm going to spend the rest of the day doing my audits. I was going to do gardening and another garden experiment, but there's really not much I can update you with right now because everything is growing and that's about it. I'm not planting anything this week. So I'll see you probably next week with that. I hope you enjoyed this video and this project. Again, you don't have to go and spend money and put yourself in debt to have your kitchen cabinets refaced or your kitchen upgraded. These are very simple things to do. Altogether, again, the project was under $500 between the backsplash, the stain, and the new handles. And I think we still have some funds, so I would say $450 altogether. I really, really like it. It's extended the life of the kitchen cabinets for another 10 years, at least. So I don't have to worry about, trying to figure out how we're going to get this kitchen changed or, how we're going to put the budget together for it. I've extended it for $450 and like it very much. So for me, it's a win-win. I get to enjoy a kitchen that looks almost brand new on a budget, and everybody likes it in the family. So, yep, go do it. If you have a kitchen that's looking shabby, it's amazing how just changing the knobs and a quick coat of shellac or a coat of paint will do to spruce up a space. So to me, mine doesn't look like a rundown kitchen anymore, and I'm happy. So that's all that matters. Guys, thank you for watching and spending the time with me. I will see you next time. Don't forget to check out my Instagram and my Facebook at My Great Challenge. Subscribe right here in the corner if you are brand new. And that's about it. I hope you enjoy your Easter. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey, it's me, and guess what? Click that thumbs up if you really like this video. Thumbs down twice if you didn't. You can also share my video if you really, really liked it, or save it to watch later. Also, you can subscribe to my channel, but don't forget to click that bell button so you are always notified when I post a new video. Thank you for watching.